A man can get set in his ways very easily. And when it comes to hygiene products, when a man finds what he likes using, he's as loyal to those products as he is to his sports teams. Let's go Yankees. My name is Howie. This is Positively Portugal. Let's get into it. So last year, I made a video about American products that I thought I would miss when I moved to Portugal. And I gotta tell you, it's not nearly as bad as I thought it was gonna be. So I'm gonna get into a few of these products here. The first thing I wanna mention, like I mentioned in the previous video, is deodorant. This right here is American Old Spice. And I say American as opposed to Portuguese because, well, number one, it's 96 grams instead of 50 grams. 96 grams is 3.4 ounces. So you can't get that size in Portugal. You can only get 50 grams, which is almost half of what you're getting in the United States. Now, in the United States, that deodorant costs $4. In Portugal, the 50-gram deodorant, the regular price is €4. I will say that most weeks at Pingo Doce and Continente, it's on sale for, I've seen it for $3.49 at Pingo. I see it for $3.56 at Continente. But here in Portugal, Old Spice deodorant is a crap product. Now, I've been an Old Spice user for more than 30 years, so I'm very qualified to tell you when one of their products is complete crap. And I gotta tell you, Portuguese Old Spice is crap. When I used it in 2023 on a trip to Porto, I was fortunate enough to not stink like hell by the end of the day, but come 5 o'clock in the afternoon, I needed to go back to the hotel to freshen up. And this is a concern of mine because, look, I take hygiene very seriously. I don't want to stink. I don't like people who stink. And I will pass judgment on you if you stink. I just will. So I really didn't know what to get here. And then when I moved to Guimarães, I'm seeing that there aren't a lot of options for deodorant. Neither Pingo or Continente had their own brand. And I don't use antiperspirant. I use that blue thing. It's not a gel, but it's a solid. It's a bar when you open that deodorant and rub it on your armpits. And Gillette was an option, but, Gillette is not a quality product unless you're talking about shaving cream. So I knew that wasn't going to do me any good. They don't make a good deodorant in the United States, and if they don't make a good deodorant in the United States, I'm pretty damn sure that the deodorant here in Portugal isn't any good. And I only say that because the good deodorant in the United States is not good here. Old Spice, of course. So I brought a couple of them with me when I moved from the United States. And I didn't need to buy one just yet, but I was shopping around for it, different stores, even smaller shops, not Pingo or Continente. And I came across something in Pingo. I'm going to show this to you. This is called Skino, S-K-I-N-O. I believe this is a product out of Poland because there's Polish writing on the container. And I gave them a shot because I bought Skino shaving cream. It's a shaving gel, and then when you rub it in your hands or rub it on your face, it turns into a cream. And did the job. It smelled pretty good. I said, okay, I'll give it a chance. And the biggest reason I gave it a chance was this 50-gram container was only 85 cents. Well, that sure beats the hell out of a 50-gram container of Old Spice that I know is not going to work here for €4. So I said, okay, if this isn't any good, it's just 85 cents. I'll take a chance. So I used it, and I got to say, it's really good. Really, really, really good. I still think I prefer American Old Spice, but, you know, if you're talking bang for your buck, then this is probably the superior product. You can't go wrong for 85 cents. And if you say we're in the United States, if this existed in the United States, and it doesn't, it would be $1.70. I would imagine. Because you're getting double of what it is if you're comparing it to the Old Spice. So if you're coming to Portugal and you're worried about hygiene products, whether it be shaving cream, which you shouldn't be worried about because shaving cream is a scam, but you should be worried about deodorant. And I'm going to give my wholehearted endorsement to Skino. Moving along to oral care, as long as I've been a user of Old Spice, I've also been a user of Aqua Fresh toothpaste. Again, more than 30 years. Now, you can get Aqua Fresh toothpaste here in Portugal, but it costs significantly more. To the point where I said, no, I'm gonna wing it here. I'm gonna find something I like in Portugal. And this one wasn't too hard, actually. I went to Continente, and I found this. I should probably hold it the other way. Well, it tastes a lot like Aqua Fresh, and the price is right. It was only €1.39. The Aqua Fresh name brand costs a lot more. So I really enjoy the taste of that toothpaste, and that turned out to not be the slightest concern whatsoever. Now, here's something that kind of made me think a little bit. Back home, I was using Listerine for mouthwash. Well, no, I shouldn't say I was using Listerine. I was using Walmart's own brand of Listerine. And it was exactly the same. There was absolutely no difference. The only difference is the packaging and the price. The Walmart's own brand was called Equate and significantly cheaper than Listerine, despite being the exact same product. Now, you can get Listerine in Portugal, but again, you don't want to pay for Listerine in Portugal. And there's no Walmart's own brand either. However, at Pingo, there is this. And it's a different flavor. Well, they have all the Listerine flavors, but I found something a little different. It's purple. It's still mintish. Kind of has like an herbal or a menthol taste to it. And it's about a third of the price of Listerine back home. Or I should say it's about a third of the price of the Walmart's own Listerine back home. I wasn't ever going to pay the price for name brand Listerine. And it works great. It tastes a lot like Listerine. I know it's the exact same thing. I had another flavor of it that I was using back in Florida. And I got to tell you, dental care, not really an issue. It is interesting, though, that the toothpaste comes from Continente, but the mouthwash comes from Pingo Doce. And that's something that you're going to find. Both of these grocery stores, the two main grocery store chains in Portugal, are going to become an integral part of your lives. And although I would say 60% of the time I prefer Continente to Pingo, there's still plenty of things that Pingo does a lot better. And it also helps that, unlike Continente, Pingo is not located inside of a shopping mall. So I'm never going to outright say to you that, oh, yep, I'm a Continente guy. Nah, it's both of those stores you're going to be at quite often. Now, something else I want to talk about here is this. I have said many times on this channel, I love Superbock. It's such a perfect everyday drinking beer. It's better than Sagres. And that's one of those things I'm not going to say to you, oh, but matter of opinion. No. If you're a beer drinker, you don't even have to be a very experienced beer drinker, just someone who will drink beer once or twice a week. You know Superbock is better than Sagres. It's nothing against Sagres. They're decent. but Superbach is that much better. Now, I was able to get Superbach in the United States, and I've said a few times on this channel that Superbach in the United States tastes nothing like Superbach in Portugal. And after the last time I said it on this channel, I said to myself, maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm just losing my mind. How is it possible that Superbach tastes different in one country? Well, I don't know how. I don't know why. But once I got here and I started drinking Superbach, I said to myself, okay, yeah, I wasn't going crazy. It's the God's honest truth. Superbach in the United States is kind of disgusting, to be honest. But here in Portugal, it's my go-to beer. No doubt about it. And the last thing I want to show you, a little bit of a bonus here, is this right here. This is Pingo's answer to Coke Zero. Coke Zero is the calorie-free soda that has God knows what kind of artificial sweetener in it. And the Zeros, I guess all over the world, have kind of replaced things like Diet Coke, Diet Pepsi, Coca-Cola Light, Pepsi Light, whatever you call it. You can't find those anymore. Now it's either the regular soda with the sugar or the Zero sodas. And look, I'm a Zero guy. I understand that it's not good for you, whatever chemical it is, but it's also not something I drink every day. We're talking maybe once or twice a week. Twice a week is actually stretching it. So I tried all of them. I tried Continentas. I tried Mercadonas. I picked up something at a Froese. If you've never heard of Froese, it's a grocery store chain based in Galicia. Now, I'm pretty close to Galicia, living in Guimarães, so we actually do have a Froese. But Pingo's Zero soda tastes closest to Coke Zero. I mean, obviously there's a difference, but I gotta tell you, for 37 cents a can, or 80 cents for a 2-liter bottle, I'm not talking one of those 1.5-liter bottles or 1 3/4 liter bottles. I'm talking a full 2-liter bottle, which you don't get with either Coke or Pepsi here. That's the one that you got to go to. That's what's going to give you the most bang for your buck. So, certain things that I'm missing. Yeah, in that last video, I showed a bag of shelled peanuts with like a Cajun flavor from Hampton Farms. Yeah, that's not happening here. It's not going to be found in Portugal. Maybe I can find it in one of those American stores, and I think there's one in Lisbon. I don't know if there's one in Porto. I do know that there are some Costco's in Spain, but look, I have to have a reason to be in Spain. I'm not going to Spain just to go to a Costco. And until the weather gets warmer, I ain't going anywhere. There were some other things that I showed in that video, or one other thing. I can't remember what it is right now, but you know what? That's a good sign. If you can't remember what you were missing, well, it wasn't all that important, and that's not something that you should ever think of or take into consideration when you want to move to Portugal or any other country, because you are going to find products that you like, products that you'll use, and you won't even think about what you were using beforehand. So I want to thank you all for watching. If you want more videos about moving to Portugal, the process of getting there, Portuguese football, anything Portugal related, which includes bathroom products, beer, and soda, please like the video, leave a comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. These are the best ways that you can help a content creator on YouTube. We're going to be back in a few days. Tomorrow is actually a big day in Guimarães, as the champion of Portugal, Sporting Clube de Portugal, comes to Guimarães to play Vitória, and they'll be bringing back Vitória's former coach, former manager, Rui Borges. So again, I want to thank you all for watching, And join us back here in a couple of days when I have something from that game, which I will be attending. Have a good one, everybody.